Well, good evening, everyone. We been working on our dragster here. Thought we'd just kind of give a little tour. Well, I don't think we've never done this with video. Got a lot of pictures out there on our Flickr channel, but and on our Facebook page. And you can check us out there at Shock Therapy Racing on Facebook. And a lot of pictures, but thought we'd just do a little video tour here, just kind of show you what's going on our little golf cart based electric powered dragster. And we run in an NEDRA. The DRB is a D voltage class dragster. 432 is my number there. And love the guys at NEDRA. Lots of help there for a guy that didn't know much about electric racing to start off with. And 4130 regular dragster style chassis, 90-inch wheelbase, weighs 468 pounds without me. Has junior dragster rear wheels and tires. These are kind of little custom wheels that I had done with bead locks on them. And we run the Mickey Thompson junior dragster tires. Just kind of show the rear end here. It's a, believe it or not, completely stock golf cart rear end, Graziano club car rear end. Been absolutely bulletproof for us there, just incredibly tough. Got disc brakes up here, custom rotors, stainless rotors, and like ATV calipers here. Does a super good job of stopping it. These little motors, the guys at Advanced Lift Motors out in California have just been so good to us, unbelievably so. Stu and Mike and those guys out there, we've blown up a lot of their motors because we're trying to put 2,000 amps in these little motors, and there's so little space in there that the electricity doesn't always go where we want it to go. Hellwood Carbon came on board with us last year. Really appreciate those guys so much, Tom and all the guys at Hellwood Carbon. They send us their few sets of their just incredible red top racing brushes that have solved a lot of our issues there. And this is a brand new motor, brand new design. Stu and those guys out in at Advance have moved these connections and everything out of the motor to try to give less spots for the electricity to go to the wrong place in there. I have run this motor in on my bench. It's been run for about 20 hours at 12 volts, and hopefully it'll make its first passes this coming Friday night. So this is our 2K Zilla, and like I said, we're putting about 190 volts and 2,000 amps to these little motors, and the Zilla just does an incredible job of managing that power. Lone Star EV, John Metric and those guys out of Texas built the battery pack for us. There's 30 modules here, 3P60S, 222 volts nominal. Just an unbelievable power source here. John just sold me the last remaining modules on the planet to kind of mix in here. This battery pack is actually the one that came out of John's Fiero. Set world records there, set world records in here. These little batteries have got quite the story to tell. And they're tired, but we're going to try to get a little bit more out of them. They got more than 300 passes on them between John and I. We do cool them. We're very, very proactive with cooling on these batteries. 9-inch, like an AC fan from a car, mounted on some plexiglass there, and there's holes in the bottom of this battery pack so we can flow air all the way through. Does a super good job of cooling in between rounds. We're still experimenting with our field weakening stuff. It's our field weakening solenoid and cables back to the motor. It's almost like the nitrous button, just enable us to turn a few more RPMs. Guys at Lone Star EV also hooked us up with some data collection stuff here that we're running for the first time this year, and hopefully can collect some data and kind of help us to tune and understand what's going on with the little guy. So work over to the business end a little bit more here. This is our emergency cutoff switch. We just use this also just to make sure we don't have any power going anywhere when we don't want it. Single port charging here. I actually have, I'll spin around here and let you see them. Kind of sticks and rocks compared to what most people have, but we got this string of mismatched battery chargers here, golf cart battery chargers that we have all hooked together and synced up so we can charge our LiPo pack. This battery is a alarm backup battery. It's 12 volts and it runs all the electronics for the Zilla and our lights and tack and all of that. Fuse box for all of that stuff, junction box. These are our main contactors. We have 2 contactors here and bus bars. With the deflector shield here mandated by NEDRA. And the emergency cutoff switch here, also mandated by any DRA. Kind of move up into the driver's compartment here. The racing seat belts with the crotch belt. We wear wrist restraints. We got a super good Simpson helmet, all the fire suits and gloves and shoes and everything to keep us safe there. Have a little look at the steering wheel here. A lot going on here. We've got our voltmeter so we can see what's happening. Voltage wise, the button right above that push button, that's our field weakening, another kill switch, and then that red LED lets me know when there's live power to everything. This switch is for our data collection. That way I can actually activate that right before I go into the staging beam, so we can kind of abbreviate the amount of data that we got that we have to go through anyway. This is our tack. We used to use a little shift light. Its attack goes up to 13,000 RPMs, I believe. And that's been a really cool little deal for us there, really compact. Brakes, just a regular pedal and master cylinder assembly. Wheel wood, just regular dragster stuff there. Hot box, throttle system, fly-by-wire, of course, all throttle systems here. Regular like junior dragster rack on the front. A little custom cut wheels. We have these wheels cut in a little star pattern here. I really like that. Those are kind of cool. And it has easy go body work, stock easy go body work that we've mounted both front and rear here. The side panels were made by one of my friends. And of course our little homage to Don Garlitz. Garlitz has run this God is Love cross on his dragsters for many years, since the early 70s, and Don's always been a hero of mine, so we kind of did the same thing on ours. So pretty cool, and show you how we go about firing it up here. First off, we're going to twist these kill switches, and that's going to activate the systems here. You can see the light come on, so we're good to go. And you see the Zilla's lit up and ready to go. Down beside the seat here, I have these switches here. The black switch on the left, that's for the tack. The arming switch here, this is actually for the field weakening, so we can try that out. And then this is how we activate the Zilla. It's just a momentary switch. We'll do that and you'll hear it activate. Zilla going through diagnostics, and everything's clear. The little green light means we're good to go. Tail light also mandated, so track guys can see whenever we're clear of the track in the dark. And let's push the pedal. See if we can make something happen here. I'm gonna kind of let y'all look at the motor while I'm pushing the pedal, and we'll see what happens. And as you can hear, the rear end is just incredibly noisy. These little golf cart rear ends, the way the gears are cut, and there's no shims or anything, so there's a lot of slack in them, and they're made for 15 miles an hour, and of course we're pushing them 100, so they don't like that very much. And don't have the wheelie bars on it right now. The wheelie bars, Shannon Beeler BRC Race Cars built all this stuff for us after we crashed, and it's just a really cool system that he built. Really neat wheelie bars that he built. And the wheelie bars they're not mandated by any DRA, but they are mandated by Cheryl Hatfield after we crashed, so we always have those on there. We'll have them on there this Friday night. So y'all come out and see us July 29th, Friday night, for the Test and Tune at Tulsa International Raceway in Tulsa. We'll be over there with Tommy, and hopefully whoever comes else, more EV guys over there. And come out and see us. We're going to be having a big time, and check us out at Shock Therapy Racing on Facebook. Thanks so much. Have a great time. See ya.